everybody. I'm sure that so many of you, like myself, have gotten really accustomed to, when working from home, have to use various platforms, specifically Zoom, or even like Google Meet, and there's some other platforms available. It seems like Zoom is the one everyone's been talking about. So I'm going to show you just a quick, easy way to go from no makeup to a quick Zoom conference call ready makeup look. First things first, I have all of my skincare on. I have a longer day today, so I'm going to prep my skin with the Smashbox Studio Skin. It's their Photo Finish Primer. It's just their original primer, which for me is a holy grail primer. And I'm going to I have a little bit of a longer day, but not a crazy, crazy long day. So I'm actually going to use this all over the face. Where I have larger pores, I tend to have makeup shifting, and I'm just going to go ahead and use around the eye area also. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just a little bit with my brows, because if the eyes are the window to the soul, the brows are the curtains to the window. So I am going to be using the Smashbox Brow Tech To Go because it has a clear gel on one end. And I do not have any foundation or powder on. You're probably thinking, what are you doing? I'm going to be doing a little bit with my brows first. So I'm going to comb the clear gel through my brow. And then I'm going to take a clean mascara wand and just kind of quickly brush those. If you notice, I'm brushing up and out. And then I am out of my brow pencil. I ran out, so I'm going to be using my Duo powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Most of the products that you find in my kit are sold at Amelia Gray. We do not currently carry this brand, but it is one that I have always loved. So I'm actually mixing. I have the caramel powder palette. So you have a light and a dark in here, and I'm just going to mix those. And sweep through the brow, spending a little extra time in the arch, and then I'm going to go back in with just some of the darker and sweep that through the tail, because the tail of my brow is much thinner. I have low thyroid, so that causes you to lose a little bit of brow hair. And then I also have, I'm just getting older, so our brows and our lashes thin. Now that I have my brows on, I'm just going to do a quick one more sweep through. Alright. And next, I'm actually going to be going in with my eyeshadow. So I went ahead and started with this because I wanted that primer to set on my face for just a minute, and then we're going to go in with our eyeshadow, because if we have any fallout, we can clean it up quickly. That's a trick that we do all the time with makeup. I am choosing the Rose palette, the Gen Nude Rose palette from Bare Minerals, my darkest shade. I broke it. So we're going to go in with the shade Pixie here. Pixie is a nice matte mid-tone shade. So in these palettes, you will find that you have 4 matte tones and 2 shimmers. I am using the Rose palette because I am fair complected, and the Rose palette just works better with a fairer complexion. If you are a light to medium complexion, the neutral is perfect for you. And I am sweeping with a blender, nice fluffy brush here. And notice I'm getting right in the crease of my eye and just back and forth, really quick. And shield wiper. Okay, and then I'm actually going to use my finger and use the shade Boho. I like this one because it has a little bit more of a mauve tone to it, which looks a little bit better on my favorite complexion. And I'm just packing that onto the lid. And then I'm gonna go in with, I like to use 2 brushes. So something a little bit smaller, this eyeshadow brush with the shade Soul, another matte. And I'm just gonna go right into the lower corner for some dimension. Now if you notice, I'll get in close here, we're just gonna go almost like a little sideways V. If you have a hooded eye, this is not the best technique for you. The premise is a little bit the same, but we have some specialty techniques. A hooded eye is, I've got a little bit of a hood, but not much of one. So you can see that you can see that darker shadow when I apply it. If you go to put a darker shadow in like this and it totally disappears because you have a fold of skin over it, you have a hooded eye. It is not necessarily an age thing that equates to a hooded eye either. Some people, it's just our bone structure and genetics and all of that. So, okay. So now the next thing I'm gonna do is I like to go in with this one fine line because it's super, super skinny, but any eyeliner that you wanna use is fine. Just make sure that it's a softer pencil. And I'm actually going to do some tight lining on the eye, so bear with me. I'll try to get in close so you guys can see, but still see what I'm doing. We're not going to go onto the waterline. We're actually just going to get in there and wiggle underneath of the lashes, so it makes this look a lot darker, and we're only going to do the top. So I'm using a compact here to look down into so I can get closer to you. But you can use your regular mirror, and super, super light. If it's really tickly, then you're using too much pressure and you're too far into the waterline. That felt a little bit tickly, so I was pressing a little bit too hard. I need to back off with my pencil a little bit. And this makes your lashes look super thick and full and dark without waterlining where it's going to get everywhere. So hopefully you can kind of see my bathroom lighting is not the best, but okay, I'm going to go into the other. So next thing that we're going to do is that I am going to apply my foundation, and this is one of the kickers with the Zoom meetings and work from home and that kind of a thing. I am going to be using the Complexion Rescue Stick. You can do this trick with any concealer that you have though, any product that you're using. This is like a water-based foundation in a stick formula. So I'm going to focus my product here. Now remember, this is a work from home trick. This is not I'm gonna go out and go to work every day. So this is, you're doing phone conferences and the like. So I have applied that, and then I'm gonna use my smoothing face brush for this, and I'm just gonna start working this product out towards the jaw. So normally, we would want a really good, even coverage, lots of stippling to give you a really good airbrush finish. But again, if you're on camera, they're looking at you straight on. So it's important to have your coverage and brighten up the middle of the face. You don't need much coverage out here. So it's pointless to do all of the highlighting and contouring. Some more coverage anywhere, you can go back in and stipple a little bit more, but you can see just how quick and easy that is. I'm going to go ahead and set this down with a little bit of 2 different powders. Now I use 2 powders for 2 reasons. The main, I'm going to use my mineral foundation, and I am using the core coverage brush. This is going to give a lot more coverage, but if you didn't want that, just use a powder brush here instead. It's no big deal. I'm just going to buff into the lid. Now we have dimension on our eyes, except for our mascara is not on yet. We have our foundation done that quickly, so super, super easy there. I do like to, I'm a little darker on the eye, so I do like to use the Cali Contour palette, and there is a matte highlighter. If you are really dark, if you're tan to dark, this is gonna be way too light for you. But if you are fair to a medium tone, this works really well. And I'm just pressing a little bit under there. Again, I'm on a video conference, so it doesn't matter if I use a little bit too much or not enough product somewhere, because they're not that up close to you that they're going to be seeing it. And again, that just brings a little bit of brightness to the center of the face. And same thing here. You don't really want to use a shimmery highlighter because if your laptop or if your camera has any type of like a flash or a light on you, it's gonna hit that. It's just gonna be a little bit too reflective. So I'm gonna go in with just a normal blush brush and use the matte contour shade, and I'm just gonna sweep a little tiny bit here. This is my cheekbone, top of the cheekbone. Just go right under the cheekbone, and we're gonna sweep that down towards the corner of the mouth, but not all the way. You're gonna be leaving your hair back though. You could always, I would bring in a little bit here, right up into the hairline as well. And we've got some pointers too about where this is a powder. You can actually sweep that into your hair if you've got some grays showing. Spritz a little hairspray, sweep some of your darker contour shade, a little bit more hairspray, and then that conceals some of your grays for you as well if you are a brunette. Or if you are bleach blonde, but you're naturally a brunette. That'll help hide it and make you look like you have a shadow root, I think. So the next thing I want to do is I want to bring a pop of color into the center of my face. I like the blush shade that's in the Cali Contour. If I was feeling a little dull or needed a little bit more brightness, then I would grab for one of my other brighter blushes. In that case, I really like the Gen Nude powder blushes from Bare Minerals. Also, the Bounce and Blur, they're like my favorite. You can apply those with fingertips. They're super, super easy, but I just wanted to keep this to one compact. I've made other videos using this compact, so. And I'm looking at my own camera. Take a picture of yourself in your phone and see, what do I look like? And you can add, usually you'll find you can add a little bit more blush. So again, we want brightness in the center, dimension on the rest of the face. And then I'm going to do just a quick swipe with my lipstick. I'm doing a matte. This is an earthier tone matte lipstick from Smashbox. And I'm doing the matte because I don't want to touch up. Also, this is an earthier tone because the cheek color is a little bit earthier. If this was really pink, I would need to go pinker here. Last thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna use my eyelash curler, which is ratchet looking. So the biggest thing with that is you want to press and hold, press and hold, press and hold. So you almost wanna like pump the lashes a few times. That gives them a little lift. Same thing on the other eye. And then I'm just using my regular Buxom mascara. And then we are good to go. So, bright in the center, definition everywhere else. Super quick and easy, and this will last you through dinner time. Thanks so much for watching.